So I already did YM, but I was doing a bunch of other stuff. So anyways, YM seems pretty clean for the bearish perspective, at least this week. If not, maybe even, well, yeah, at least a discount on the relative wicks here. Um, but yeah, ES basically did the same thing as YM, where it came all the way down on the monthly to rebalance everything. What's the monthly? So yeah, rebalance everything. This was a big, I remember this breakout here, and there was just no rebalancing happening in here. It just happened really fast, so it makes sense. um, got a weekly, we do have a weekly market structure shift here, whereas YM didn't. Monthly. Yeah, I mean, it's probably already played out, but I'd, it'd be interesting to see this be the level that actually holds if we are bearish, higher time frame, and if we're going to continue being bearish, all the way down into a real bear market. Dang, this is crazy. And this has all been rebalanced in the quarterly. So I'd think that if it was going to be a bear market, it would come down to this order block. But these highs never got swept. I guess they did there. There was a quarterly fair value gap that got rebalanced. Alright, anyways. Took out and swept all these smooth lows, came into this fair value gap on the weekly too. Just make sure that that's there. Weekly, and then we also have another weekly into the order block. Alright, on the weekly. No shifts yet, but this is a nice displacement. We'll see if that holds. And we have a nested weekly fair value gap here. But did get traded into a bit, so I'm just gonna put that there. Then we have this old one here. Yeah, nothing really on the weekly. On the daily, no real shifts on the daily. Seems like if we're gonna come and take this high, we would maybe just soup all the way above this if we are gonna do that. But yeah, I mean this is gonna be, could also be stopped here. There's a 4 hour here, but it's so small, I would actually use that as like a little soup level. And then we did get a nice shift here on the 4 hour. And then another soup though. Same thing, just a fractal. Oh, this is a daily? Oh, yeah, there's a daily fair value gap here, but it's kind of the same as that level up there. Alright. Once this high is put in, this is all just smooth highs up into here. Yeah. Yeah, no shifts. Oh wait, yeah. Technically there was one there. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of all I really got. I mean, can mark out these 1 hours. 1 hour for value gap here. Another one here. So, and then a big soup level possibly there, similar to YM. I guess there's some regular trading hours gaps. Yeah, interesting. This is gonna be a nice level there. Close down here. Just a gap there. I'm gonna change this. What's the standard gap box? No, I didn't change it. Okay, standard gap. What? Show midline border. What? Show. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that's not changing. There's nothing even on here that's purple. Standard gap. Ah, man. Okay. Maybe this hasn't updated. Yeah, I don't know why it's not Hmm, whatever. Don't know why it's not changing colors. Um, yeah, nice little soup level we could get for when we're high, maybe. We'll see. It just seems like it's already ready to go once we get a nice soup with YM. Alright, that's crazy. This actually closed green. Seems like this might be a little soup level here too. Yeah, we did the same thing on NASDAQ. We do have a market structure shift that has not been closed out yet. We had a monthly fair value gap here, which hasn't been like, I mean, it is there. And it did, oh, yeah, it's definitely there. It's just, yeah, okay. But yeah, we do have this big inefficiency still to be filled until we get to that weekly. Nothing on the weekly, but I guess technically we did soup this, but I think the respect here shows that we may actually need to re-soup it again eventually. If we're gonna like come up that high. That'd be a nice level to look for. Alright, daily. Yeah, no shifts on the daily. This one this one is actually here. But that kind of played out and now it's holding this inefficiency here. We do have some 4-hour fair value gaps here. So Nasdaq's actually looking the most bullish. nested 1 hour inside of this 4 hour. Oh, I'm crashing. And then we respected this 1 hour here. I've been holding this. And then we have this little bearish market structure shift on the 1 hour. That got respected already. And smooth highs. So that got respected, but it is still unfilled. So oh wait, no, this isn't the 1 hour. Whoops. 15 minute. 15. Man, why are these purple? Just make everything white. There's no chance. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright. Yeah, so far holding that 1 hour, maybe we're going to come up into here and reject. Get that YM manipulation. We'll see. Yeah, MQ. Alright. Haven't been writing anything down. On the lower time frame, we did kind of disrespect that 1 hour though. These candles are holding it on the bodies, but yeah. Similar to YM, it's kind of respecting the daily here, or PD array. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we have this level here, the the downside target isn't as clear, but I mean, you could say these are smooth lows. So I mean, yeah, we'll probably bounce up into there, and then if we're gonna keep going, then yeah, maybe down into this gap at least. Maybe Q's has a more clear Yeah, Q's has that same soupy looking area. So yeah. We're holding this 4 hour. Oh, what? Why is this daily so off? Don't even need this 4 hour. Yeah, we got some gaps here, and then that soupy looking area. Soupy looking area with a nice DOL, maybe down here into the gap. All right. Did I look at SPY? SPY's taking out this high too. So SPY has not taken out the tariff high, or ES hasn't. And then if we go to SPY, oh what? Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. Back. All right, I must have that off. Yeah, we have a nice area here on Q's as well. Okay, yeah. So everything's sort of lining up for at least that area, and even this one. I mean, if you use the candle bodies, you know, or even just these ones. Okay, yeah, there is a nice pool of liquidity. So yeah, if we're gonna deliver those bear flows and bearish, which it's looking. Might need to take a break here. RTY. So yeah, RTY broke the low. Clearly bearish. Clearly. We have a monthly fair value gap here. Monthly fair value gap. Took out the low. Weekly chart. It's crazy that it came this low. Weekly, we have a bullish fair value gap here that's not tapped. Oops. Oh, that's supposed to be green. So yeah, bullish weekly fair value gap on RTY. It's inverting, invert souping this big pool of liquidity. So I would actually, that really looks good for a move down. This one, yeah, that just looks too clean. has already been balanced. So maybe we inch higher above this swing high. Um, this weekly has been disrespected. Daily, nothing on the daily except maybe bullish wise. No shifts on Russell. No bullish shifts on our time frame. We do have a 4-hour inefficiency here though, so there is a shift here, which may lead this to getting another high. Come back down into that order block maybe for one more high, which would make sense since we had that SMT down here with YM. It would make sense for Russell to be strong, or at least manipulate higher before they move down, which we'll have to look at, see if it already did. I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, pulls of liquidity to the downside, same thing, just smooth lows with this, similar liquidity level there. Yeah, 1 hour, and I feel sick. Nice 1 hour here holding, at least in the short term. Yeah, similar to everything else. Um, Maybe that's what I should be looking for, since that's sort what sent us higher S&T wise from yeah, there's also a pool of liquidity here, support, resistance. So yeah, cool. Very similar to everything. Let's check IWM. So IWM actually did hold. This was the freaking order block that I should have bought. If I had bought it, would have gone a perfect entry at the no drawdown and had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, let's just look from the 9th. Well, I guess that's a whole month. So more than a whole month out, but that would have paid nicely if you bought it for 30 points. Still would have paid. Mostly on just this single day, this would have been right there. Easy, huge, huge opportunity to just get out right there. But yeah, alright. Nice little level here. And then smooth lows. Respecting this inefficiency in the order block. So yeah. Alright. I feel like I already have a good idea of these SMTs, so I'm just gonna kind of call it there. I'm looking for a short. Maybe we'll get a, let me check this chart too. Whoa. Alright, so everybody took this low out. We had that same SMT here. We had a change in character here on the swing low. Now we're delivering that. So, yeah, we are really delivering higher here. So maybe we're just going to get a nice big leg out here to really mark the high. Yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen is Russell's going to be the one to manipulate higher while all these are going lower. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Let's look at um, let's look at these guys. So here, always have to do this. All right. So yeah, Russell's got relative equal highs on the smaller time frame. Maybe Russell's just gonna move up here, but I could see the Dow also. We have some weakness here. Hmm. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Russell's gonna be the one to give the S&T. Um, hmm, how would that work though? Is Russell already moved higher here? Yeah. Yeah, Russell's already up above this high, whereas Dow is not. So yeah, maybe that's all there is to it. And everybody has souped this high. Technically Russell did take that high. Let's look on these ones. Yeah, similar situation here. Using these charts, it looks like it's ready to go. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it seems like the bear move may be already about to happen. We got Russell above here too, and then we got that smaller time frame SMT here. So we'll see, but we didn't get it on futures charts. Just to double check. Yeah, Dow Jones never got above this, but change in character. Yeah, the change of character should occur on the smaller time frame of YM. I'm kind of curious here. There was something at this low. Yeah. No, there wasn't, but just interesting. This might already be enough. Yeah, we might not even need a YM SMT for at least for Russell. So yeah, we might have already gotten that Russell delivery, and yeah, now we're just waiting for that change in character since the this is just an intermediate one. Um, and yeah, the only thing I can think of that I might be wrong about is just maybe ES needs this high, but I mean it already is way above where the Dow is, so maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just wrong about timing just relative to this high, and that's we just need ES to get above there. But if it's gonna get above there, it just seems like YM would get all the way up into here, and maybe yeah, maybe we would also need Russell up there then too. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything seems there already, so we'll see. Yeah, I think we may already be in it, or we get a soup here, and then the last idea would just be yeah, maybe we just need ES to do it. On this low, do we have anything? So yeah, Nasdaq was stronger. Yeah, just seems like with where we are in the higher time frame, this would be the level to reject. There's just so many things there. So yeah, we'll see. That's basically it. Just looking for possible bearish move. And then yeah, I just need to figure out what if I'm just wrong. I wouldn't trade the long side either way because the flows have just been bearish. So yeah, the only longs I would trust is the classic Russell YM SMTs. So yeah, we would need Russell to or the Dow to come lower and give us SMT. So we did have that earlier on Friday. We had yeah the AM SMT that sent us higher. This one down into the true day open. Yeah. So yeah, I'd only be looking for that. So yeah, I do want to see. Yeah, I mean this should deliver higher, especially on that move there, which we did here. Oh, okay, we already did here. We delivered higher. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.